we've had the idea of potentially a CRM for about 5 or 6 years. Like ever since we added this what we call customer lists feature, which is the ability to build custom tables of customers with like custom columns, selections, custom filters applied. We kind of saw, and there was customer profiles where you can add custom fields and fill out customer information. We added that about 5 or 6 years ago, and we kind of realized like this is very much like the kind of features that you would have in a CRM. And I use Salesforce a lot, so when I was at Zendesk, so I kind of like have some background using CRMs there. But we just felt like, we want to focus on good to focus. And, also we didn't have a team back then that was big enough to build and support multiple products. So I think that the timing, it was just a lot about timing where we felt like, I think it was like close to 2 years ago now, maybe a year and a half ago that we made the final decision, probably closer to 2 years ago from now, we decided like it's the right time to go for it. And I guess that there was a few parts of that, that decision making. So yeah, the first, I said, we saw that our customers were doing kind of more and more of these like CRM type activities in their accounts. Like they were adding notes to customer profiles, things like that. I was using it in some ways as a sort of a CRM. You just couldn't, create opportunities or deals. You couldn't email the customer. It didn't have things like that. But it had, it was a customer database. It had a lot of those features. So it felt like a natural sort of extension from a product design point of view. And then I felt that just the timing was right for us. I think we felt like subscription analytics is great, but we want to maybe do more than just that, especially, we've been at this for, 8 years, 8 years, and felt like, keep things interesting as well.
It's true.
It's part of it, sort of selfish reasons, right? For us to keep things interesting, keep things fun, always working on the same product. And then I felt our team was big enough, so it could be big enough. So about 2 years ago, we made the decision. We did talk to our board. We explained this is what we want to do. This is why we think it's a good idea. This is why we think, we'll be successful by doing a CRM. And those reasons were kind of like, we feel like one of our values is kind of this value of excellence, which is, we don't want to do something unless we feel like we can be the best at it, I guess. It's it's kind of competitive nature. But we felt like, if we can build the best subscription analytics and the product in the world, we want to do that. And so with CRM, we felt like if we can build the best CRM in the world for B2B SaaS, maybe not generally, if you're some other type of business, this is not for you. But if you're a B2B SaaS business, could we build something that could be the best in the world for that type of business? And we felt that we could, because by being focused on just B2B SaaS and also combining it with the subscription analytics part, there'd be enough synergies there. It could be something special. Like, you can see the full customer history before the purchase and after the purchase, all the MRR movements, all the transactions, because we have all the billing and subscription metrics. And there would be just natural synergies. Like one of the things we launched 5 weeks ago when we launched the product was the ability to do this kind of cool funnel analysis. And that's combining data sets from the lead data, the opportunity data from the sales team managing their pipeline, all the way through to the purchase and the MRR metrics and the self-service part. So there's some really unique analysis that we can do. And obviously it's not impossible to try and stitch that stuff together if you do use like HubSpot or Salesforce or something, but it probably would be hard to do it natively. You'd have to like pull data into a data warehouse and then recreate all that stuff in like a Tableau or Looker or something like that. So it's not like impossible. It's just like, we can just give you that stuff like out of the box because we have everything in one place. So that's why we felt we could build the best CRM in the world for B2B SaaS. And yes, I think a couple of years ago, we spoke to our board. Everyone was pretty excited about the idea. Probably they're a bit like us. They've been hearing updates about subscription analytics for 7+ years. And they're like, cool. I heard like updates about 2 products. So they were excited about that. And and the process was like, the year before last even was like, let's design all this stuff. What do we need? Let's distill it. And a lot of the aim was like, how do we get ourselves onto ChartMogul's CRM, our own sales team? That was kind of the launch criteria. We wanted to launch at the end of last year, the end of 2022. It took us an extra 3 months. And we built up the engineering team. I think we hired an additional 6-7 full stack engineers just so that we'd have enough capacity where we could build this out, but also not slow down on subscription analytics rate of innovation and rate of development. So yeah, I guess there was a whole bunch of decisions that sort of came together to make this timing and product design decisions. And yeah, so it's early days. So we're just kind of getting the initial reaction the last few weeks.